Welcome to DWI Steelers segment. Fellas, we got some good information to give them at home today.
Oh, yeah.
We got that Steelers schedule that just came out, so we get ready to drop that. And I'm going to give my thoughts on how the season's going to go as well as y'all's.
Right.
So without further ado, fellas, let's get into it. That's Wax. That's Duve. I'm Ellie. We make DWI. Without further ado, fellas, schedule just dropped. What was it, Tuesday, Thursday that you sent that thing, that schedule out?
Yeah.
So my whole thing is, how you feeling about the schedule and how we looking as far as competition-wise?
It's looking brutal. I mean, like, if we're going to be tested, we're definitely going to be tested. If we can get through the schedule and still make the playoff, we're going to be battle-tested.
No doubt.
That last 8 games is going to be brutal. It's going to be hard.
Right. Wax, man. What about you? What you thinking?
I feel the same way he does, man. It seems like whoever designed our schedule used to play for the Browns or some shit. Man. Like, this don't seem fair almost.
Right. So what you
seems like we have the hardest schedule in the NFL right now.
Right. So what you're saying is whoever was at the week, what was it, 7 game when we heard Nick Chubb, that wasn't our fault. That wasn't our fault. But you saying they work for Nick Chubb's people.
They sure did.
Okay, I got you, my brother. So now let me ask y'all this. And Wax, I want to ask you first. How you feeling about the first game?
The first game, man.
The Dirty Birds.
Yeah, we're playing the Falcons, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so that should be a dub on our side.
Okay.
Like, we should go in there, because I think we play in Atlanta, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. We should go into Atlanta, kick some ass, and then fly right back home. That's what we should do.
Right.
I mean, hopefully we got our shit, like you always say, our poop in a group.
Okay.
And, we're on the same
together.
page.
Right. Dude.
I got this one as a win.
Okay.
I got this one as a win for us. It's going to be, depending on what Kirk Cousins is looking like, he's just coming fresh off of that not ACL, but that Achilles tear. So he might not be really ready to go yet. So we'll see. But I got that one as a win.
Okay, I mean, he's coming off of that tear, but he's also coming off the fact that he just got the fucking bag given to him.
Yeah, he did.
Mm-hmm. They was like, Kurt, you see that big-ass bag over there? Go ahead and open that some bitch and look inside of there because all of that's yours.
Right.
So, with that being said, dude, I feel like he's in front of his home crowd and he got something to prove.
Right.
So, with Kirk Cousins, he not only did we pay this guy too much at stake, but it's the season opener.
Right.
At the crib.
Right.
Now, me personally, you know what the fuck it is with me. We can go down there, down to the country, and show them boys what it is.
Right.
Now, shout out to ATL for being a dope place. Y'all's definitely ahead on music. Definitely, but this ain't music at all. We talking that gridiron, Steeler, football. So for those of y'all at home that know what the hell I'm talking about, this one is for y'all. We getting ready to go down there and kick the shit out of them boys. You hear me? We getting ready to go down there and play smash mouth football and smack them right in the mouth, Wax.
Right.
Right now, your boy, Omar Khan,
Yeah, he doing his thing.
he's at home strategically thinking his next move on defense. He's thinking his next move has to be defensively.
Shit, he needs to think of offense though, because we need a wide receiver.
I understand that, dude, but you got Kirk Cousins in front of his own home audience.
Right.
We got to go into this game thinking defensively. We have to, because our offense should be rolling like a well-oiled machine. It starts from the center, goes behind with the quarterback.
The defense is going to be running. I think they're going to be running like a well-oiled machine. The offense
You think
is
so?
brand new coordinator.
We still got holes, dude.
Brand new coordinator, brand new quarterback, brand new system. So that's not going to be running like a well-oiled machine. We're going to need the defense to really pull us through the first part of this season.
Right, because like I always say, it takes a while for everybody to get on the same page and mend and mold and know what each other are thinking.
Right.
You know what I mean? It takes a little bit.
I would agree, but here's where I'm going to be the heel, y'all. Think about the All-Star game. Now, I know that these guys have played against whoever their teammate is on that All-Star game because it's inside of their conference. It's everybody from the AFC. pose to everybody from the AFC against everybody from the NFC. So we've seen whoever's on that team two times at least that season, so we kind of know how they play. But this is where it varies for me. If the All-Star team, which I know that they don't put up much of a fight, can go and coheed in 2 weeks, I'm pretty sure that they get together, practice for about 2 weeks, and then they play that game.
The Pro Bowl?
Yeah, the Pro Bowl.
They don't even play the Pro Bowl anymore.
I'm saying as far as in history, dude.
I got you.
You dig? I'm not saying as far as right now. I'm saying as far as because everybody's scared to play it.
I mean, but that's not a good example, to be honest.
I'm saying throughout time.
I know. I'm
if
saying
you can get a team together in 2 weeks, you need to tell me.
Throughout time, it's not a good example because that you gotta put a team together to play all year. Just 2 weeks against another team that's just put together for 2 weeks isn't a real assessment of a real team.
I understand that, but it can happen with professionals. I'm not saying
to a certain extent, but they're humans, so it's going to take time for you to put a whole new system together for a new quarterback and everything else around them to really gel.
I feel like we still got some more issues, some more demands to meet on defense.
Yeah, we do.
Our offense is kind of put together. We needed pieces to click in for an already good offense. It wasn't like our offense was horrible.
It was horrible.
It was because of the game planning. I'm saying the people that was in the position, bruh.
Right.
I'm saying all we needed was an offensive guard, an offensive tackle, an offensive center.
We needed a
quarterback.
We needed a
offensive coordinator. And guess what, gentlemen? We got those things.
Yeah.
A lot of those are rookies, too.
I understand that,
and
dude.
it's going to take a while for us to get on the same page.
But
like you can't just
go ahead,
just bring a bunch of guys together and expect them to do well from the jump. You know what I mean? It takes like a lot of molding, a lot of like,
that,
you know what I mean?
I do,
trial and tribulation kind of thing.
But this is a different type of NFL, fellas. It's progressive. You just said something. You said that, they're rookies. They are. But can you guys remember a rookie Ben Roethlisberger going 15-1? This is Steelers fucking football.
He was surrounded by vets.
But he was also surrounded by the heart that was inside of what made him do that.
They didn't ask him to do much.
But I just feel like, if you can put together a few pieces, that need clicked in place,
right?
It should run the way that it's supposed to because we got everything on our checklist we needed. Now all we need to do is just go over the offense. Install that shit. Install it. But if you got the pieces that you need up in the front, in that second layer,
right,
on the outside, as far as the receiver components, we might have some shit. Yeah. It's the defense that wins those damn games. Offense gets you in the paper. Everybody knows that. 147 yards gets you a fucking press debut. But 12 solo tackles in 3 games get you an attaboy and a pat on the back. We all know that. It's not a fucking glorious job. As a matter of fact, it's the ugliest job on the field. But it's the most necessary. So that's why I'm saying defensively, we need a couple more pieces to click in place in order to be able to stop a full press Atlanta team. We lost to New England last year, fellas, and it wasn't because of our subpar offense as much as it is they're 2-10. And we lose defensively? You mean to tell me they outscore us? So that's the part I can't live with.
No, I think our defense is good where they're at. I mean, They might need a small piece. Like we might need a cornerback.
You know, we need a cornerback,
right? To pair with JP. But other than that, like we kind of look pretty good on defense.
Right.
Offense, like I said, that's the part to me where I don't know because. I mean, yeah, Canada, you can only go up from Canada.
Correct.
But it still takes time to get everybody.
I'm cognizant of that
to know
time.
all of the terminology to get everybody on the same page. So that's why I said like this first half of the season is going to really be up to the defense to do what they usually do and keep us in it.
And I get it. And I apologize, fellas.
No, you don't apologize.
And the only reason why I'm apologizing is because I'm going to put my cigar out, grab the edge of this fucking window, and jump directly out that son of a bitch. I'm calling it from fucking game 1, dude.
Right. Well, we all got a dub for game 1.
You damn right.
So let's move on to game 2. We got the Broncos at in Denver, game 2.
Let me jump off. Let me start it off by saying this is Russell's return to Denver.
He's damn right, man.
He has a lot to prove. If he is the starter, you know what I mean? Because we're not sure who's going to be the starter yet. But, I mean, all signs are pointing to him.
Right.
But, we need him to show out this game.
You damn right. And he's going to, Wax.
He has to go in and show him why moving on him was the wrong decision.
Right.
You know, so that's what I'm hoping happens. And I hope we get that dub, too.
Right. I think Roy Jones said it best. Y'all must have forgot who the fuck I am. I led the Seahawks to 2 back-to-back championships for Gripe's sakes. Yeah, Pete Carroll fucked us on that last one, but I'm the guy who had to answer the questions. I remember you saying a couple of episodes ago about how if that coach yelled at you, it'd have been a problem.
Right.
And you know how I know it would have been? Because it would have been the same for me.
Right.
So with that being said, Wax, okay, brother, I get it.
Yeah. I'm hoping he gets out there and gets a little revenge. He needs to for all of that shit. And on top of that, they got Drew Lock at quarterback. Like, that should be a win. So I got that as a dub for us.
That's my son's squad. He loves Denver.
Well, he about to be pissed off.
He is, and you know I talk that shit. You dig what I'm saying? Listen, Steeler fans, to my own child, my own blood, I talk that talk. Because everything in this house has to come under Steeler subjection. What about that third game, Louie?
We got the Chargers. This is the home opener for us. So we got the Chargers with Justin Herbert. That's going to be a hard one. That's not going to be an easy one. I mean, we need to win this one. But I'm probably going to say, no, I'm going to give us the win. So I'm got us going 3-0 to start the season.
You damn right. That's what jumping out the window means. So with that being said, come on, fellas. Listen, it's fine down here. You ain't got to worry about me catching y'all because there's a fucking sheet down here. There's a pool. The water is fantastic. Get your ass out of that window.
So you got the dub?
You damn right.
What you
3-0,
say, Wax?
Yeah, I think we're going to pull that one out, too, man. Because, the Chargers are halfway decent, and like I always say, we always play down the teams that aren't the greatest.
Right.
But I think we could pull that one out too, man.
Right. That one's gonna be the first one where I'm on the fence about it, but I'm gonna go with us for that one.
We're at the crib, man. We got to show up.
It's the home opener. That's the only reason I'm giving us the win is because we at home. Because Justin Herbert, he's nice, but I don't know what else they got with him. You know what I mean? So I got us with that one. So let's go to Game 4. Hold on. Let's go to Game 4 at the Colts.
Angie.
Yeah. At
Indiana.
At Indianapolis, the Colts.
I hate going out there, but at the same time, I love to go out there for the fact of what Jerome Bettis did the last time we was out that motherfucker.
Right.
That motherfucker picked that motherfucker up and went straight up that motherfucking middle.
And then fumbled.
Because those motherfuckers know how to take a great moment, steal it from us, and then fucking wave bon voyage when we're getting ready to fucking go onto the bus pissed off with our heads down. So we owe these motherfuckers, dude.
The Colts beat us last year, so I don't know. You know what I mean? It's not going to be easy. And we're there, so I might, I'm going to say that I'm going to give this one to the Colts. What do y'all think? I'm giving us our first loss.
I'm going Pittsburgh until we play Dallas.
Nah, nigga.
And I think
that's the next week.
Yeah, the week after the Colts.
Yeah.
I'm going with a Steeler victory. It ain't gonna be by much. Maybe a field goal. Maybe 6. Maybe something like that. But we're gonna pull that one out.
So you know what that makes us? 4-0.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And speaking of 4-0, that next game is
Dallas.
Exactly.
Corbin, Dallas.
I need the 5-0 to happen that game, dude.
Is that where you going? You going Dallas?
I'm going.
You going Steelers over Dallas? See, I if you want me to go, I'll go. I think the Steelers are going to come out after that loss to the Colts and then beat Dallas. It's Sunday night, prime time. I think we beat Dallas prime time.
I mean, it's so hard for me to answer that with complete conviction in my heart because I want to say Steelers all day because that's the squad. But I got to be realistic when I answer a lot of these questions, depending on the personnel that's across from us. They got a receiver by the name of CeeDee Lamb. is probably one of the best receivers that was in the NFL for the last 20 years. It's like that motherfucker does not drop or miss any catches. 3rd and 7, 3rd and 10, 3rd and 12. Throw it to this kid and it's an automatic first down. He's that good. Mm-hmm. Dak Prescott doesn't scare me because we're at our spot Sunday night and those games are intense. Why? Because everybody hates Mondays. So we want to give you a fucking bon voyage for the weekend into a nice fucking Monday morning Yale session. So I'm going 5-0.
All right, what you got, Wax?
I think we take our first L right there.
Wax.
Only because like they didn't look too shabby last year.
Right.
They made it to the playoffs and you know they were clicking on all cylinders. But I think we might get out coached that game. And that's all, that's all speculation. It's just me assuming shit.
You're entitled to it.
But that's what I think. I think we take our first L against Dallas.
So me and Wax got them at 4-1 right now.
I got them at 5-0.
Next game is at Las Vegas versus the Raiders.
You remember going out to Vegas a couple of years ago and what they did to us? It was like 41-3, some shit. I mean, it was like a fucking clinic. It looked like we never played a game before in our lives.
Disgusting.
So we own for that, dude.
Right.
I'm sorry, man. Front line, out here.
So
6-0.
You got the dub?
Yes.
All right. What you say, Wax?
I think we get that dub my damn self. Like I think we'll pull that one off because it's payback. It's payback.
I got us winning that one too. So, you know what I mean? 5-1. You got us at 6-0.
Yep.
Illy, Wax, we at 5-1 with me. All right. The next week we got Sunday Night Football. Aaron Rodgers and the Jets at home.
Do y'all remember when Aaron Rodgers played for Green Bay?
Yeah.
And we played him in the Super Bowl?
Mm-hmm.
Payback. How long you knew these bitch niggas, Wax?
From way back.
Okay, so we end up, we need to go ahead and make this shit happen.
Right.
Payback. 7-0. Let's go. Dude.
See, this one's a hard one for me. I'm not really scared of Aaron Rodgers anymore in the Jets, but yeah, fuck it. I'm going Steelers over Jets at home Sunday night. We usually win on Sunday night, so like, you know what I mean? Like like I said, Aaron Rodgers coming off the same injury, that Achilles. I don't know what he's going to be like. This is 7 games into the season, so I don't know what he's even going to be like. So I'm giving us that win.
Now don't be reluctant on stepping on Aaron Rodgers' neck.
I mean, it is what it is.
We own him, Louie.
Yeah, we do, but he's still Aaron Rodgers.
I get it, but that motherfucker's coming off of a serious injury.
Right.
And we got dogs out there.
Right.
And they're barking and they're hungry.
Right.
So if you give a dog a bone, do you care how that bone tastes? Mm-hmm. Shit. We getting ready to go out there and be 7-0.
All right. Wax, who you got?
Shit, I got us. I think we'll demolish the Jets. And we're off to the next one.
Right. Okay, the next game is
another New York team.
Yep, the New York Giants. Week 8, Monday Night Football. Who do you got, Ellie? Let me guess. The Steelers.
Well, listen, I'm going to tell you why I got the Steelers. But I'm going to tell you after they do a few things that we need them to do, Wax.
Okay.
We need them to click like, share, and subscribe.
Yeah.
Because as far as to my knowledge, it doesn't cost you a thing.
It's free.
It's free? Mm-hmm. So listen, go ahead and do those 3 things for us, and we gladly appreciate it.
Right.
But with that being said, you feel me?
Mm-hmm.
They're already in the New York state of mind.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to put it to you like this. They got nobody right now. I'm not really afraid of anything that they got. No weapons formed against the Steelers is going to prosper this season. Now, I don't want to get biblical, but I feel like that was a need to say that because I know that we're going to go out there and do our thing. So I feel like we're going to get that dub, which makes us 8-0.
8-0. Yeah. I think we're going to get that win, too, because like you said, the Jets, they don't really have anything that frightens me, but knowing us, we'll lose a game that we're not supposed to fucking lose. So I'm gonna go ahead and say the Giants are gonna win, just because I know we have games that we're gonna lose.
That makes us 6-2, man.
Yeah. I mean, that's still a good
by
record.
your standard,
That's still
and
a
it's
good
not
record
bad.
going
man,
into the bye.
I'm 8-0.
Yeah.
Wax.
I think we're going to win that one too, only because, well, not only because, but we have the bye week after that.
Right.
So we're going to play hard, and then we get to rest a whole week after that. You know what I'm saying? So they're going to put it on the line, get that dub, and then have time to chill and recoup.
Right. Okay, so we got the bye week after that. Week after that, we go to Washington to the Commanders play.
This is week 10 you're talking about.
Yes, sir.
The Commanders don't scare me. With that being said, 9-0.
9-0. 9-0.
Yep.
I got us winning this one, so I got us at 7-2.
And that's not a bad record.
No, that's a great record.
I've seen 7-2 be first place in a lot of divisions.
Yeah. I think we're going to beat them. I mean, they got a decent team. Like, you know, they have a couple weapons.
Okay.
But I feel like we got enough to get over the hump and knock them the fuck out. You know what I'm saying?
Now listen, I'm at 9-0. Dude's at 7-2.
I'm at 8-1.
So with those three records, fellas, this is just our assumption on how this season's going to start off.
Right.
That's not even a C yet.
It has to start off this way because after we get past the Commanders, it's going to be grueling. It's going to be a fucking gauntlet of dogs that we got to go through. There's no more easy game. Honestly, there's no easy games on the schedule, but like there's no where we can take a day off or a playoff for the rest of the season.
Right.
It's going to be a dog fight.
And this is why they call this the back half of the season. So speaking of which, being that I'm 9-0 right now, Wax is 8-1, you're 7-2. Who do we have directly after that Washington Commanders?
We're at home against the Ravens. At home against the Ravens. And I'm not sure what the Ravens will be at this point, but they'll probably be where we're at. It's going to be, 7-2, 8-1 type shit.
I get you. I'm following you. But Wax, do you remember what we talked about what the Steelers' resume was last year? Mm-hmm. In our division? What was it again? Can you remind the fans at home?
Shit, we pretty much ran the AFC North last year.
Okay, so what did we go, if you can remember our record?
5-1.
5-1. So to allude to what my man Wax is talking about, how many times did we lose to Baltimore?
None last year.
No. I said, how many times did we lose to Baltimore?
None.
Oh, okay. So with that being said, I'm talking to Mr. Jackson. We on our way, bruh. We on our way. So understand this. We got your number. That's why I can access him. I'm a regular cat, man. How do I got Lamar Jackson's number? Because we all have it. We passed it out at a game. That shit was written on the bathroom wall, man.
So you got the Ravens.
You damn right.
So what you going? That's 9-0.
That's 10-0.
10-0.
Let's go.
What you got, Wax?
Shit, I think we're at home. We're gonna win
At the
that
crib.
one. We're gonna win that one. Like we got to. Like this part of the season is the roughest shit I've seen in a long time, and I think we have enough to at least split.
Right.
At least split.
Right.
But I feel like we're gonna beat Baltimore at home.
Okay.
The question is, what do you think?
I got us taking an L on this one. I'm just trying to be realistic.
I know.
So I'm taking a realistic approach. I think we take an L on this one. So that's what, 7-3, which still ain't a bad record.
That shit, man, that hoits.
7-3, and then we got a short week right after that. On Thursday, we play the Browns at the Browns, and they beat us last year.
I know they were the only ones to blemish our record.
Right.
In the AFC North.
Right, but when we do play the Bengals twice, still. We played a whole division in the last half of the season.
Can I say this at least?
But they'll have Burrow back this year. So,
do you guys mind if I go first on this one? How I feel about this Browns game?
Go ahead, man.
If we were to take a loss, it ain't gonna be against these motherfuckers. You hear me? So I'm saying we're going 11-0. So shout out to my boy Six, man, CIX. You know what I mean? Going down, bruh. Going down.
All right. What you think, Wax?
Shit.
Short week, right after the Ravens.
Yeah, I think we take an L in Cleveland. Only because like we were gonna be coming off the game with the Ravens, and you know that's always a fucking brawl. That is always a big game, whether it's home or away.
Right.
So I think we take an L to Cleveland in Cleveland.
Well, can you at least do me a favor and say it right?
In Cleveland.
Oh,
my bad.
All right, get that V out of there. That V.
All right, I'm with Wax on this one. I think we take 2 in a row right now against the Browns.
Now listen.
I think we take 2 in a row. Like I said, it's Thursday night. It's right after the Ravens. They're gonna be the Browns are gonna be right there with us. And I just think like that's just too much of a gauntlet right in 4 days.
Okay. I'm going to say this, and I'm going to leave it alone. And this one right here is for y'all at home. We got a lot of viewers out there that have skills way beyond measures. You know, some are artists, some are actors, some are, school teachers, some are police officers. Whatever you do in this walk of life, that is your business. But I will say this. The one thing that we all have in common is we all just use math. There's nothing in those history or civics classes that we use other than to have stimulating conversations.
Right.
Nothing in those science classes that we've done to be like, hey, girl, did you know that frogs have 2 throats? You dig what I'm saying? Like, we haven't used any of that curriculum other than math. So what I'm saying to you, dude, is if I gave you $4,800 and I need you to bring me back at least $8,000, you're losing me money.
All right.
You're giving me back less than what I gave you, bruh.
Okay. What's this in regards?
So that makes us 7-4?
Yeah. I'm just being realistic. I'm not living in the fantasy world
I love it
like
in
we're
here,
gonna go 17
and you're not invited. Okay?
Because according to you, we're going 17-0, and I just don't see that.
I didn't say that, but I'm not losing to fucking Cleveland.
We lose games that we're not supposed to lose.
We do that.
Everybody does.
But when we come to our own conference, which we're in the back half of the season, right then at that point, what we're talking about now, we're not losing this shit.
So now, the next week, Sunday, we got the Bengals at the Bengals. One of y'all go ahead.
I'll go.
Let Wax go.
We're gonna kick their ass in Cincinnati and have that crying Bengals fan crying again.
Yeah,
you know what I'm talking about? That blonde hair.
I remember that bitch.
Yeah, she gonna be crying again.
Right.
Like I don't know, for some odd reason, like the last couple of years, like it was like give or take, but I think we'll pull it out, man. I think we'll get the Bengals there and at home.
Right.
Like we got their number for some odd reason, but
I know the bitch that made them runs.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Juanita and them. Yeah.
All right, but back to what we were saying. If you feeling that way, I feel like this, dude. I feel like T. Higgins, if you can hear this message and it gets to you in health, you're right about that organization. They don't appreciate you and you're underpaid. So show them that you're not going to stand for it by doing nothing. Okay? Look, I'm trying to get him to.
Mm-hmm. And they lost Tyler Boyd too.
Yeah,
I think
so
I
that's
forget
gonna
where
be
he
a hurt
went,
piece.
but
Really.
So they're dismantling. You got a 75% Burrows.
They lost Mixon, I think, too.
They did. So with him and Burrows, with that situation there, and Burrows being at 70, I'll say 80%.
They got a bolstered O-line now. So you got us winning that one too?
We're 11-0.
We still living in Narnia over here.
There you go, man. I'm just telling you what I feel like as far as prediction-wise.
I got you.
We owe them cash.
I'm gonna piss y'all off because I think we take 3 in a row. Losses. I think we lose to the Bengals.
That's because you grew up to the teachings of Adolf Hitler. You was like, holla, 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 holla. Like, you never had nothing nice happen to you in your life.
So you got us losing to the Browns, the Ravens, the Browns, and then Cincinnati.
And then the Bengals. Yep.
Yeah.
That's 4.
I got us taking 3 in a row. 3 L's in a row.
No, because you said.
No, I said we lose to the Giants. Boom, boom, boom.
Okay.
So going into the stretch, the back stretch of the season, where all of these games are going to absolutely mean the world to us. Because you already know how. If you ever watched us, you know that. Like I said before, we lose dumbass games we're not supposed to lose.
Right.
We're at the end of the season, we're always scratching and scraping and having to win.
Ooh,
having to
don't
win the
scratching and scraping.
Like
Diddy said that. Yeah.
I don't care.
We're
always, you know what I mean, scratching and scraping.
I love the way you scratching and scraping, Daddy. And it wasn't in a good. We're saving you, man. They were like, oh, he said scratching and scraping. You know, a lot of motherfuckers be like 4-year-olds. They be like, he said, bud.
But like I said, we're always scratching and scraping at the end of the season,
clawing
to get where we're at. So ain't nothing gonna change. It's the same old Steelers.
You're entitled to your opinion, and I will argue and fight for the right for you to have it, Uwe.
All right.
So I dig that. I'm just down at the bottom of the fucking window looking up like, hey, if y'all don't want to do that, shut the blinders and the windows, and I'm gonna be out this motherfucker until y'all make it out.
All right. So
Wax.
Shit, no, I started off. I think we're gonna beat them at home, and when we get them at home, we're gonna beat them.
All right. So after that, December 8th, we're at home versus the Browns. I'll start this one out. I think this is where we start getting our shit back. We beat the Browns at home. You know what I mean? I think it's it's gonna be a tough game. Just like we're coming off of 3 losses in a row, and this is the game where we gotta win, and they pull it out.
Here's what I'm talking about. We don't have Jaguars this season. We don't have Buffalo this season. I'm not worried about these motherfucking mediocre-ass teams that's in there supplementing for the fucking real motherfuckers that we should be playing this year that we're not. So I'm not afraid to say that we're going 12-0, X. I'm not scared to say it.
Yeah.
We're going to Cincy, and we're going to beat that ass. You know why? Because for one, if I lose, we're going to beat that ass. And for 2, if we lose, we're going to beat that ass.
So you got us beating the Browns at home?
I do.
All right. What you got, Wax?
I think we lose to the Browns at home.
Fuck, Wax.
And then, I think we take that L.
Listen, Wax isn't living in the land of Oz, man. He's here on Earth with us.
Okay, first of all,
with the rest of us. Like,
first of all,
the tornado didn't come take his house.
It ain't about me living in fucking Oz. I just feel like that we have the fucking team to be able to compete at the highest level in our competition pool. And these teams don't scare me. Denver, the Chargers, like they don't. The Jets,
all right.
The Raiders, like they don't scare me, bruh.
Okay.
Fucking playing against fucking Buffalo, them motherfuckers. Like last season, they were loaded. Now they lost a weapon or 2.
Anyway, so now after the Browns, I'm at 8-4. You're at
11-0,
12-0. You're at 12.
Yeah, 12-0.
Wax, what are you?
Like 9-3.
Okay, 9-3. Now after the Browns game, we have the Eagles.
Now that's when I get nervous.
At Philly.
That's an L. We're taking an L right there.
Right.
And I'm just trying to be realistic. Like, even though Kelsey retired, they still got a dope ass line. They have weapons and they got a great quarterback, and their defense ain't no slouch. I don't think we're gonna give them a good game in Philly.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, hopefully they prove me wrong. I hope we whoop their ass, but I mean, I'm just trying to be realistic. I think we take that now.
What about you, Illy?
If I do say that we're gonna lose, it would be to a high caliber, high octane team like Philadelphia. I feel like the whole state of PA plays hard-nosed football, man. So they know what it takes to be able to compete at the highest level. So Jalen Hurts is a motherfucker to try to control and keep in the pocket. So 12-1 ain't a bad record. So we might lose to them.
But you got it. Are we gonna lose or not? Putting that on your record.
12-1, bro.
12-1. I got us winning this one because you know what I mean. We're gonna be in that state where we gotta win. I'm not really. Philly's not, because last year Philly really wasn't shit. They really wasn't no juggernaut like they were the year before. So I think by that time we'll be on our shit and having to win, and the offense will be moving like it needs to be.
Right.
Yeah, offense will be clicking, defense will be clicking. So I got us winning that one.
All right.
So after Philly, we got the Ravens in Baltimore.
Hold on, y'all. All right. Yeah, I told you twice. We beating that ass twice. All right. I'm sending the dogs up there. All right. I was talking to Lamar Jackson.
I got you.
13-1.
Okay.
Let's go.
All right. What you think, Max?
I think we get that dub. I'm hoping we get that dub. That's what I'm gonna stick with that too.
Right.
I don't know. We've had their number for the last couple of years, whether we split it or but I think we got their number, and we know how to contain Jackson like better than most teams because we play him twice a year, every year.
Right.
Maybe 3 times a year. You know what I mean? In the playoffs, but I feel like we get that dub.
Right. I'm with you. I think we get the Ravens. But none of them, like I said, none of these are going to be easy. We can lose anyone or win anyone.
I get you. And I will say this. That next game.
So the next week, after the Ravens, we got on Christmas Day.
Okay.
The Chiefs come into town on Netflix exclusively. So that's weird in itself. So it's going to be on Netflix.
So
Christmas
you have
Day.
to have Netflix to watch it.
Yep.
I got Netflix.
Yeah, I think pretty much everybody does.
I don't. I got a website where I can watch any sporting event for free.
He said, I got a girl who's...
It's so good.
What happens to it?
If you threw it in the air, it'll turn into sunshine.
Damn.
But, all right, so I'll start this one off. I think this is an L. Patrick Mahomes just seems to kick our fucking ass whenever he gets the chance. Let me talk, because I feel you jumping in. Patrick Mahomes is Patrick Mahomes. It's going to be towards the end of the season. They're probably going to need a win. We're going to need a win bad, but I can't bet against Patrick Mahomes. And I hate to say it, but what about y'all?
Wax, you can answer, because I'm going to say mine, because I got some choice words for this game.
I think we take that L on Christmas Day at the crib. Not only are they the defending NFL champs, they have one of the best coaches and quarterback combination
Ever.
Yeah, and I think we get out-coached by Andy Reid. We get outplayed by their offense. And I think we take that L. Now, do I hope I'm wrong? I swear I hope I am totally wrong. But in all reality, they are the defending champs.
Right.
And they probably wouldn't start sitting people until what?
The week after.
Yeah. So
Right.
I think we take that L.
So what record do you think you got us at right now?
Like 12-4.
Okay.
I think so, with that L.
Right. Now, let's hear what
What Mr.
What Fantasy Man has to say.
What Mr. 15-1 got to say.
Yeah.
Well, I'm saying 15-1. See, it brings me back to the stories you told me about your pappy, your papa. It went like something like La Fier, La Haine, like all the loves.
This man got me a Nazi.
It don't
Turned me
matter,
into a
man.
fucking Nazi.
Because for you to be on fucking Patrick Mahomes' fucking side like this, you need to go on sell. You need to go ahead and sell some tickets to the fucking Gut Show so y'all can buy fucking keys to the 75.
You need to click your ruby heels and come on back. Come on back to Kansas.
I would be serious. You would say come back to Kansas, but nah. It just makes me sick to think about how you feel about Patrick Mahomes as being the boogeyman of the NFL. He doesn't scare me, dude.
Okay.
He just doesn't. I feel like contained in a perfect world and a perfect defense, he gets his fucking ass kicked like Drake Lawson at Kendrick fucking beef. But we'll get to that later on in the segment. I say we're going 15-1. Next fucking game.
All right. 15-1.
Let me start it off.
All right. So this next one, last game of the season, Bengals versus the Bengals at Cincy. Go ahead, Wax.
I think we're gonna take a L against Cincinnati.
Okay.
And it's at home, right? We play them at home.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we take an L unless they have to sit some people.
Right.
And, hopefully that's what it is and we get that dub, but I feel like we take an L.
So you got us at 12-5.
Yeah.
Okay. That's playoffs. It should be playoffs.
Wait. Yeah, 12-5.
Yep. So what you think? Cincy, last game of the season. I mean, if your shit's correct, like we're sitting everybody down because we're the best team in the league that ever lived. So
Ben Roethlisberger took us to 15-1.
I know, and he probably sat his ass down that last game.
I'm just saying.
Do you think
Ben
we win?
Roethlisberger went 15-1?
Okay.
So it can happen. We've watched it happen. This looks like it's one of those teams, bruh.
Okay.
So I don't give a fuck if we're playing hopscotch, fucking kickball, fucking a pickup game, a fucking pinochle. We're beating their ass. They're in our conference. This is a must win. Tomlin thinks exactly like I do. So basically what I'm saying is I have no mercy.
Right.
And anybody in the conference, and they're going down.
Okay. I got us winning this one because it's going to be a must-win for us. So we can finish the season at 11-5, and we'll probably still need some help to get into the playoffs. We're at 11-5. I don't know if that would be 12-5. So at 12-5, I got us at 12-5. So we'll still need some help to get into the playoffs.
Right.
I think so. At 12-5, but wait, Wax, would you be? You would be
12-5.
I think Wax would be 13-4, and I'm 12-5. So, all right, Wax. Correction. I think you said you got us at 13-4.
Okay.
And so I think 12-5 is what we go, and we'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
It could get us in the play. Should be enough to get us into the playoffs, but we might need some help.
Yeah.
So, you got us at 16-1. Listen,
I'm buying tumbleweeds to put in my motherfucking garage.
I'd love to be
so
wrong.
when I can roll those some bitches out, Wax, and tell everybody y'all all laughed at me.
I would love to be wrung.
I hope
it's going to happen.
You're right.
It's going to happen.
You're right.
So let me ask y'all this. You hear about, since we already went through the season, you hear Cam is talking about he wants an extension. He's 35 years old. He's supposed to make like $20 million this year.
Yeah.
And he said he wants to play for 3 or 4 or 2 or 3 more years. So he wants a 3-year extension at 35. Now,
how much would he be expected?
I don't know. That's the thing. I don't know. If they did do it, it would probably be easier on us this season because his pay probably would go down this season, but then we'd be on the hook for 3 more years.
Right.
Now, on one hand, it's Cam, and he's like the anchor of the team. He's like, you know what I mean?
He proved this.
Yeah, he's that dude. But realistically, he's 35, and he's coming off an injury-ridden season. And once you start getting into the upper 30s, those soft tissue injuries they don't go away. And once you tear something or pull something, it's going to be there until the end of the season. So he just had to get surgery on his groin. So what would you guys do? Would you sign him to that extension, or would you let him play the season and just let him roll?
I mean, this is going to sound cold, but the NFL is a business. I mean, I appreciate everything he's done for us thus far. I feel like he's one of the greatest linemen we've had, defensive linemen, in a long time.
Right.
I know he's like the captain and everything else, but with I don't know, with all the injuries that he's taken throughout the years and his age and all of that shit, it's not a good decision to bring him back under those stipulations where we have to pay him for the next 2 or 3 years.
Right.
Like, I fuck with him, though. Don't get me wrong. I think he's dope. I mean, but he's not, I don't know. He's taking a spot from one of these younger guys that can actually produce.
Right.
If we do decide to pay him, But that's just my take on it.
I feel like it got to come with stipulations. Depending on how good he's playing by week 10, 11, then we might be able to talk renegotiation of contract and try to figure something out like a happy medium.
Right.
I agree with you both as far as the age factor. Mm-hmm. But if you've proven yourself to be a solidified anchor and a captain and the heart and soul of a team,
right,
pay that man what he's worth. And why I say that is because not only is he going to give you this year, but he's going to fulfill the obligations for the next 2 years, 2 to 3 years on his contract. Why? Because that's how he wants to go out. Therefore, if a lot of the younger cats see that he can do something like that, they'll be willing to do that as well.
Right.
I'll get paid what I'm worth by my actions opposed to how I'm talking.
Right.
I can say, I'm a millionaire and I live, in Miami half the year, half the fiscal year. You dig what I'm saying? Yeah, I live in Miami half the fiscal year, and I have 2 townhouses in Fort Lauderdale. Blah blah blah. But if I can't prove any of that shit, it's all for nothing. So with that being said, if he's able to sustain a fantastic season from the game number 1 to game 10, 11, 12, then we can talk. Because at that point, I see your worth. I see you still have it. He'll be 38 years old. That's not a dinosaur in the lineman's whole grand scheme of things, even with the injuries.
He's going to be 38?
Yeah, if he's 35 now.
At the end of his contract.
Correct. So that's just 3 years. So what that means for me is I have room to operate from all the off-season trades and cuts that I made to be able to make a move like this. So now when I recruit the talent, they're going to see what that young man's doing for his team. He's not going to let nobody slack because a lot more is going to be expected out of him. So it's a two-way street. So I feel like he's worth it. Pay the man. Right. Pay him his money.
Like I said, it depends on how much he wants for it.
If that's the case.
Right. It depends on how much. If he wants to be paid like he's the best lineman in the league, I can't do it.
Give him a chance to earn it though.
No, you can't do it. You got it because he's on the downside of his career. If he wants to take a small pay cut or kind of get paid similar to what he's making, but gradually coming down, I would do it.
What if by the 10th game he's fucking leading the league?
But he's not. It's not going to last. Yes. And do you want to be saddled with a large contract, even if he has a good year this year, and do you want to be saddled with that contract going forward and be handicapped by that
I don't.
As he turns 38? You know what I mean? Like, then we're going to be on the hook for $20 million, $30 million. And when we're going to need another defensive lineman, and now we got old Cam. No offense, I love Cam, but he's going to be sucking up most of the damn salary cap. So for me, I would if it was at a discount, I would. If not, I just I let him play out his contract and let him slide at the end of the year, unless he wants to, play ball.
I didn't say pay him. What he's asking for.
I didn't say that. I'm just giving my opinion.
Renegotiate the terms to where both players, win, both parties.
I wasn't disagreeing with you. I was just saying, giving my opinion that if he wants to come back, he got to come back at a reasonable rate. Like nothing. Like I said, if he wants to be paid like he's been being paid, I couldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. Right. Because we got bigger needs that need to be filled, and if he's taking up most of the salary, then we can't fill those needs like we need to.
I think he is a liability, though. Truthfully, at the end of the day,
right at this point in his career, and that's not to say that he's not been one of the greatest Steelers ever. You know what I mean? Salute to Cam, but at a certain point, Father Time is undefeated, and it's a business. Like Wax said, it's a business, and sometimes you got to make hard choices.
I agree. I just feel like if he has a pretty decent season, and I mean above par year, that we should consider that when going into negotiation. If that's what he wants to do moving forward, and put a clause in there.
They're in negotiation now, and the Steelers don't negotiate during the season. So if he doesn't get the deal now, he's probably going to be a free agent at the end of the year. So
I think it's gonna happen.
right. And like I said, last year he missed like 7 or 8 games. I'm not sure how many, but he missed a good amount of games. So, you know, I love Cam. Shout out to Cam, man. Like he won the Walter Payton Man of the Year. He does great for the community. So it would be hard to see him go. You know. But you know, it's a business and shit.
We need all the bucks we can get.
Right.
You know what I mean?
We gotta try to get some of these young bucks in here. Try to you know keep this team youthful because keep having older players and you keep paying them like they're not younger players.
Right.
Then that shit comes back to bite you.
Yes, sir.
Same like it did with Ben Roethlisberger the last couple years.
Where he was kind of holding us back.
Right.
I mean, I'm not saying that you two are wrong. I'm just saying if everything was in one of those type of deals to where it's a perfect world.
Right.
And he'd be able to negotiate a good little contract for him and his family moving forward because the motherfucker was in the trenches for us doing all the dirty work.
That's a fact.
So, you know.
I wouldn't be, like I said, if they did, I wouldn't be opposed to it. I wouldn't be mad if they re-signed him, but I'm just saying if it was me, I'm like, you got to take a little bit less, bro. Just me.
I got you.
And I know he's probably like, I ain't taking shit less. I'm still Cam Heyward, but, you know, then I'd say, you know, hey, then your services will be used somewhere else. My guy, I love you, but thanks for the service that you provided. But
that's a rough
You're always welcome back.
Right.
Like, your brother still plays with us, so
Right.
you know, you'll your family, but you're gonna have to go find that contract somewhere else.
and you'll still be known as a Steeler forever. You know what I mean? Like that's just how it goes. Like no one remembers Franco playing for Seattle.
Right.
No one remembers. You know what I mean?
Rod Woodson playing for the Ravens.
People remember that because he was nice, but he's still
He
like
was nice.
he
They
was
don't
super
remember him playing for the Canadian League.
nice. Did he?
Nah.
Oh, I was about to say, shit.
I just figured
I didn't know he fell on hard times like that.
All right, fellas, let's wrap it up. Listen, we appreciate you tuning in, listening to how we feel about how the season's going to go, our opinions, and the way we feel about how everything is getting ready to be put in place for us to kick some serious ass. We're going to come back at you next week with the same time, same message, different material. Peace.
Peace.